Okay, let's go.
Welcome, everybody, to the very first episode of But Did You Die? For those of you who don't know me, my name is Zaga, and I am the CEO, founder, whatever the fuck you want to call it, of the NFA Network. So thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for listening. I hope this sounds well. We're trying out something new. I have a whole new setup. I hope you guys like. I had a really official sign. Can't see it here. But this is not about me. This is about the show. And this show is called But Did You Die? Now, I have a special co-host. And this is years in the making. I've known this man for, Jesus Christ, since I was, 18, I think it was. 34 now. It's a long time, people. It's a long time to know somebody. And there's a lot of stories that have happened between me and this person. I'm going to introduce you guys to him in a moment. But a little backstory on him. He is my best friend. He's going to be one of my best men at my wedding. And his name is Chris. Now, he is going to have some alter ego soon enough. And it's going to be called Professor Sex. And we're going to dive into that at some point. He's laughing. Yo, Chris, say hi to the people, bro.
Hey everybody, what's up? What's happening?
Dude, it has been a long time. We have known each other for so long.
And by a lot of people's standards, it's probably been fairly toxic, but the thresholds are high here, so whatever, I could take it.
That's a good point. I mean, the basis of our friendship. So guys, But Did You Die is going to be It's such a weird concept of a podcast because I don't think I've seen anybody really do this because nobody knows who we are. Nobody cares about our stories, but these stories need to be told to the world because I don't know about you. Anytime I've ever told our stories, people crack the fuck up.
Because we're morons.
If you guys have been watching the show for a long time, has anything changed?
No, like this week, I can think of at least 10 to 20 different things that made me just question how you've reached the heights in life you have. It's just bewildering. But here you are, as magnificent and magnanimous as you are.
Magnanimous. That's a good word. I like that. So our show is just going to be a collection of the stories that we have gone through, the fucking ridiculous bullshit that we have put up with each other. And the best part is that we live together now, so the stories are just going to keep continuing. There's going to be more and more stories.
Yeah.
I'm sure at some point during this series of our show, I can't wait till we talk about Tennessee.
That was probably the most fulfilling week of my life. It had drama. It had tears and excitement.
It's like everything just went downstairs.
It had a bear. I touched that bear.
It's like everything just fell downstairs when you were there, you know?
It was very clean, polished wood. I was wearing socks.
One day we will get to that story and we will fill the people in on Tennessee. Tennessee will be like the season finale. We'll save that for the season finale. I want to see what people think about this show, particularly, and then we'll go from there. I think that's the smart move. Now, I think we start off this show with one. We're gonna let you introduce yourself, give yourself, because I know I said we were like when we first recorded with you. We were like, oh, yeah, we're like 4 or 5 episodes in. You don't have to give your background story. We never got to that. We never got to that.
I'm so sorry. I missed one of the episodes.
And like the best part, guys, is like that was the first episode. And that was one where Ellie came in and Copper was here. Nick was here. And like Ellie left and I muted myself and Copper and Nick were talking. And I'm screaming. I screamed for Chris and he never came. So I was like,
I was outside the door. You yelled one thing. Like, I don't know what. And I was like, wait, what was that? And then I was listening. I was like, all right, wait, I'm going to listen to see what he's saying to see if like, and then you were just like going on talking about something. And I'm like, because I didn't know you muted yourself and shouted. I didn't hear what you shouted, so I was listening out. Yeah. So I was waiting for it. And we got Chris coming in. And I was, all right, whatever. But that kind of alludes to just who the fuck I am in general.
You're just an aloof person.
Bro, that is... I was literally thinking the word aloof. That was the word that was going. I was going to say I give off aloof raccoon vibes, and you stole
raccoon.
the word. See, this is like when the cheeks hit the seat. This is like
pooping
at the same time.
So
vibes.
these are things that we're going to get into now, guys. There's going to be some things that you hear throughout our stories, some inside one-liners, but we're going to get to those at some point because there's so many little things that we have to go over, and we have at least 10 episodes worth. That's a whole series. That's a whole season worth of fucking for a podcast. So let's start with how we met. But I want to actually, I'm sorry, before I go in there, people need to know about you, brother. So give the people a little bit rundown, obviously you live with me now. So like that's a whole story in itself, but just give people a rundown. What should we really, what should people know about you?
I'm a feral creature of the night. I am the kind of person that will go to bed at 4 a.m. and set my first of like 8 alarms at 7:30 the next day. Get up, no coffee, no energy drink or whatever. Get in my Amazon truck and deliver packages all day. I don't know how I live like that, but I've been doing that my whole life. I'm like a vampire. I'm just, I don't know, always doing weird, interesting shit. I don't say no to much. So it's put me in some strange positions. And hey, if we ever even get some like guest spots on here who have extra stories about me and Tony, those are fucking weird too. I'm sure.
Oh my God. I really hope we can get Sean on an episode. Dave wouldn't be, Dave's not allowed.
Shit, I could probably get someone from like my motorcycle club days.
Shit.
Yeah, I've been all over the place, guys. It's
Chris has some crazy stories. And like I said, we're going to get into a lot of these crazy stories here. Now, yes. So some of the people we were just naming, or I was just naming, was some of our friends from Florida. So we met, I think it was our senior year, right? Or was it college?
It was 2009. I was living with, me and Sean graduated, and I went and lived with him. His parents liked me and thought I should live with him in the house while they moved up to like North Carolina. So that's how I fucking met you. Eventually, one day they just brought you over. I'm like,
yeah. So like we have a mutual friend.
Early 09.
Like early 09. So that's my sophomore year in college, and we have this friend named Sean, and I've known Sean since freshman year of high school. I've known him since I was 14 years old. And so I used to hang out with him, and we were nerds. Like that was the best way to word it. Like we were nerds. We played Halo. We were, talking about like stupid movies and cartoon, Dragon Ball Z, shit like that. And in college, I hung out with these guys all the time. There was Sean, there was Devin, there was Dustin, R.I.P. Dustin. Bobby. I feel like there were so many people that just came and went with that group though. Like there were so many stragglers that would just show up and then disappear, never hear from again. Like Brad. But I'm saying like part of the group, like you would just show up and then disappear. Like I showed up and then you don't see him for a year. Bye. Or it's like you don't talk to him for like 6 weeks. Pops back in. Hey guys, what's going on?
Then Zevie and Dave popped up eventually.
So
later on.
I actually never meeting Zevie. I think the first time I met him was at your wedding. Like real talk, I never. He wasn't there. I thought he was in that picture. Oh,
it's a sore subject.
Oh, okay. Well, sorry, ZV. What am I saying? These fuckers don't listen to our show, but I bet you now the fact that I name dropped them all, and I'm gonna let them know I name dropped them, they'll listen to our show. Fuckers. Now,
or you could wait and see if they were like, "Hey, I heard what you said."
They won't. ZV might. ZV though. ZV's a good support.
Yeah, which makes me a piece of shit.
We're gonna get into the piece of shit stories. So, but yeah, I never hung out with Dave. I never met Dave and ZV because they became like really part of the crew after I left Florida.
Mm-hmm.
So in 09, like I've been hanging out with these guys. Like they're my college buddies, high school buddies, and like I went to prom with these guys, and not like with them. I had to really try that. Yeah, not like with them, but like they were like that was our crew, and then
he had his hands full.
Dustin was the only one. It was funny because Dustin went there without a date, and he came back with 2.
Didn't he steal your date?
No, my date got caught with weed and got kicked out. And the worst part was, like,
You've always been cock-blocked in the strangest ways.
It's so true. Oh, we're gonna get into these stories. And the best part is about my stories is like I tell people these things and people don't believe that they're true. So like it's great that we can actually air this shit out now.
Oh yeah, no, from the highest achievements to the most embarrassing failures. They're true.
It's gonna happen. And I can't remember her name. I think her name was Allison. But yeah, so I actually had broken up with my girlfriend 2 weeks prior to prom, and so rude, so mean. I know.
You wanted to be on the market and see if you could upgrade going into a romance time where you're like,
as an adult, some people would say is like, that job that your friend talks about, that's so awesome. You think you're gonna try, like you get the job offer and you're like, hey, grass is greener, bitch, and it really wasn't. So I thought I had better pickings at the time.
It's peak season.
Actually, you remember her. You remember the girl that I was obsessed with, Heather, I think her name was. Yeah, that was a girl that I was obsessed with, and I thought she was gonna go with me to prom. She said she would go with me to prom, and literally like 3 days before prom, she goes, I can't go. Something came up, whatever the hell happened, and I ended up just asking that girl Allison, like, hey, I don't have a date for prom. Like, do you want to go with me? She was just like, oh, sure, whatever.
Wow. And then
like the worst part is like I actually like she was a friend of mine and like I always wanted to make a move, so I finally made a move on her and she made out with me and it was awesome. And then she got caught with weed and I was just like, you ruined it.
She was trying to have a good time.
Like, and I get it, but I was so mad, dude. I was so mad. Yeah, that was a good time.
And there wasn't really anyone there without a date at that point, right?
So Dustin, like I said, there's pictures of Dustin going like this into the air outside of the limo. And I'll make sure I post this on the on one of the pages. I'm gonna show Chris this right now because it's so funny. But yeah, Dustin was standing outside of the limo with his arms just opened up. And he came, and just for people to know, like we didn't know Dustin was gay. He didn't come out yet. But Dustin came back with 2 dates. Dude, look at this. He's just sitting there. Here, I'll zoom in on him. He looks so disappointed too. It's the worst part. And
oh, buddy.
So I know. So yeah, I used to hang out with all these guys. Like they were my buddies. Went to prom, everything like that. And during like one time, I was hanging out with them at Sean's house, and this guy Chris was there. And I think we were playing board games, or what were we playing?
So, no, that was later in the night. First off, just to clarify, so I was hanging out with this group of friends, like it kind of built up, and then he kind of like got absorbed into it because we went to different high schools. I met one of the people, they went to one high school, I stayed at another. The friend group built over there. So we were both kind of absorbed in from the outside a little bit. But so we didn't have that experience growing up together. I had no idea who this clown was. I know he just came up and he was fast talking. But no, that night, I think we were going to go to this place, Treasure Island Fun Center, where you like, it's like a ticket prize, kind of like Chuck E. Cheese knockoff.
It's like an arcade. It's like an arcade. It's literally just an arcade. Like there's games, there's skee ball, there's all those kinds of things, and like you get your tickets and you turn it in to win prizes. Oh my god, I completely forgot about Treasure Island Fun Center though. Like I completely blacked it out.
We were playing board games when we got back.
Yeah, you're right.
We were playing Monopoly, and that's when that happened. No, but we were at Treasure Island Fun Center. I end up winning enough tickets to buy this little stupid gun. I have it. It's literally in my room right now.
Why do you still have this?
it's you throw it in like a little junk box and it stays. It's a keepsake.
That's a true memento.
You stick it in like a potato or an apple or something, and it like pulls out a small little piece.
If I die,
press it and it shoots it. And I had this in my pocket, and that is later on. that comes up.
Yes, that's a key moment. Now, if I die before you, which based on my injuries, I'm probably going to. I tore something in my shoulder washing a car.
I've had open heart surgery. I was born with a rare heart condition. I've had a motorcycle accident. You shattered my femur.
You do struggle with stairs too, so that's a major one that we have to keep in consideration. Now, but if I die before you, I want that in my casket. Okay.
I'm taking that gun.
It's coming to the grave with me. It's coming to the grave. It started with me. It ends with me.
That's my contribution.
That's fair. I think that's fair. Is it not? So we go to Treasure Island Fun Center, and so I guess we went back to the were we drink? Oh, we were drinking. I didn't have a license at this time, guys. So I didn't have a license. I didn't have a car. My mom wouldn't let me have it. And no. She let me have it, but I failed twice. Yay, we're Asian. So what? Like I remember we went back to Sean's, and I think we had like a little party. Like we were just drinking and shit.
And we're just playing Monopoly, and then eventually everyone just like, oh, it's getting late. And at this time, I was of the unemployed variety. I probably shouldn't have been out playing skee ball and shit because I lost my job and I had no insurance. Yes. I had no insurance, and everyone dipped out and was like, "Oh, hey, Chris, can you drive him home? Can you drive this person who is a relative stranger to you while you have no insurance?" Sure. Why not? So it's like 2 a.m. and I'm driving on the beach.
So
in a jalopy of a fucking car.
Hold on. I gotta paint the picture. This is the part I remember because I forgot all that stuff. I remember the part like the last 3 hours of it. So now where Sean lived in relation to where I lived, approximately 35 minutes. Nowadays, I realize how far it was. Back then, I know I played it down. I'm like, 15 minutes. It's not a big deal. I used to say that. It was 15 minutes. What are you talking about? It's 15 minutes.
No, sir.
No, it was not. So Chris had this. What was it? It
was Pontiac? A 1987 Chevy Celebrity. No one knows what that is. Look it up. It's a piece of shit.
It's terrible.
And the safety features of it were falling apart left and right. It had no power steering. It had a cracked windshield. This car looked sus as fuck.
It was literally a crackmobile.
Like two of the cars were didn't work. My door didn't work.
Didn't I have to like go in through the back to get to the passenger seat?
There was one point where one door in that vehicle worked, and I was very afraid that I was going to get trapped in it. I drove over a speed bump. The grill fell out. The
grill just falls out of the car.
The top material shit was just like hanging and shit. Zero power. Oh, and I had to do a U-turn with no power steering, it would stall out in the middle of it, and I would have to put it in park, turn it off, turn it back on, put it in drive, and get out before I get nailed by cars. It was top of the line safety, and I'm driving in the pitch black, only car on the road.
And the best part is like obviously like. I'm brown, and I'm like not that brown right now because I live in New England. I lived in Florida at the time. Like I was so dark. Like my skin tone, I should have had skin cancer. I should have skin cancer. There's no reason why I shouldn't at this point because I did not wear sunblock. I sat out on the beach so long that my eyebrows and my hair turned red one time. Like bright. I look like I was attacked by the gingivitis.
You look Dominican.
I don't think you can say that.
He just goes, eh. It's the bridge between Hispanic and black.
True. But I didn't look Dominican. I looked like,
I don't know, I'm just doing fucking racial math in my head. Leave me alone.
I kind of looked more like Pakistani. I would say I looked Pakistani. And but I looked like I was bit by a gingivitis, and that's what happened. I was hit with the plague, and I was turned ginger for a day because of the sun. So now we're going down to the beach, and we the best part is we're half hour into the episode already. Oh wait, no, we're not. We're only like 10 minutes. I forgot because we were talking for like 20 minutes. We'll add that later. We had some good conversations.
Oh,
the big and tall section. It's great. I gotta add the pre-show talks, because like when we're doing sound check, we're just having conversation just to hear how we sound and get ourselves in the mood to talk. So and they're so funny because we're not recording; we're just being natural.
That gives me extreme anxiety. Thank you for
that. Everything's recorded. We know what you're gonna say at all times.
My fucking PlayStation's recording me. It's seen me beat my meat.
Oh my God. I'm so sorry. So now we're driving on the beach, and we see this cop pull up behind him, and I already see him freaking out. I was like, no, he's not gonna do anything. He's not gonna do anything. Fucking lights go on. We pull over. Now my stepfather and I used to own this pizzeria that was down literally 100 feet.
Pizza for you.
Place called Pizza for You. And we so the cop pulls us over, asks him, you have license, registration, et cetera, et cetera. Go through the whole spiel.
About to search me.
They're about to search him, and
what's in my pocket?
They pat him down as the potato gun.
And I'm like, officer, before you get to my pocket, I just need to let you know there is something that feels like a gun, shaped like a gun, but it is plastic. It is a prize I won from Treasure Island Fun Center. It's just a potato gun. And he looked at me like I was a complete dumb fuck.
And the best part is, guys, I need you guys to envision like an 18, 19-year-old guy shitting his fucking pants trying to explain the potato gun. Like, because you're saying this very calm. You were shaking. You were I just want. You were. I remember it clear as day, because I remember it because I didn't care, and I was such an asshole, and I'm so sorry about that. I'm such a dick.
He begins to care less and less throughout the night.
Throughout this whole scenario, I really am such a piece of shit. So, oh my God. So I'm standing there and I'm like, oh no, he's just driving me. I don't know who he is. I'm just trying to brush it off, whatever. They pat him down, whatever. And I tell the cops, like, hey, listen, I own a pizzeria right here. We give, all first responders, a couple slices. Well, I'm trying to
the bribery and salesmanship starts.
This is where I was destined for a life of sales. I'm already trying to barter with police. And so did I end up getting them free pizza? I can't remember.
I don't know. I was having a terrible day.
So fast forward now, they let me drive your car because I had a learner's permit. So they let me drive your car back to my house. And so Chris didn't have a way home. And I'm like, I guess you can crash here. Like, whatever. Like, I guess whatever. And so I bring him into the house, and I didn't have a bed for him. Like, I didn't have I was.
There was literally a bed at the foot of his bed. There was a small bed turned sideways at the foot of his bed.
No, because remember, what's his name? My Johnny.
I don't know. You had some weird crackhead who killed somebody with his dick who lived there.
Forgot about Johnny. Yo, R.I.P., bro. R.I.P. Johnny Sr.
Oh, he died too?
He passed away, yeah.
Did somebody kill him with dick? Was it karma?
No.
Oh, we don't speak how Johnny died.
No, we don't talk like that. No.
He killed somebody.
He didn't kill somebody.
He had sex with her and she died.
That did happen, but it's not like it wasn't like he nutted and she just died right there.
So basically, if for anyone who's watched Shameless and knows like that chick that Frank fucked and she died, it was pretty much the same exact scenario.
I feel like Shameless was based on Johnny. Because there was I've watched enough episodes now with Ellie, and like I've seen like the craziness that goes on, and I'm like, I feel like this happened with my cousin and my uncle. Like I feel like that happened. But yeah, so fast forward to the story now. Now I had a chair that was like a fucking one-person chair in my room, and so I took like the padding off of that. I threw it on the floor. I had a stuffed tiger.
A fucking tiger.
Now, ironically, I didn't know this at the time. He's a diehard Bengals fan. I was just helping.
Yes, I
Making you one
had a
with the
couple
tiger.
random throw pillows and a cushion and a tiger on the ground.
Yeah, there was a tiger. There was definitely a tiger.
I don't even
that
know
was
if there was a blanket.
I definitely gave you a blanket. It wasn't one. It wasn't like a big blanket. It was like those ones that like don't cover your feet, but king. It was the most. Can we talk about that real quick? Why the fuck do they even make those blankets, bro? Like, who's using those blankets? We have them. I don't know why we even have
The little
them.
throw ones, the plush ones. It's like
Yeah, like if they cover your feet, it's like to your chest.
I have a Bengals one. I know.
but then like
You have to fetal position to use it.
like why? Just give me a comforter sized fucking blanket.
I think it's for like white people who like just kind of like sit on the couch and they have a little throw blanket over their lap while they read a book in their little nook by the corner
Who
with
the
fire.
fuck does that? If y'all do this, I need to know. Okay, hold on. We definitely got some of the Caucasian followers. Copper has definitely brought some over. It's true. I mean, I'm not that could be wrong. I mean, our Filipino fan base.
We
I'm pretty
love
sure
Martha Stewart here. She hangs out with Snoop Dogg.
and all I'm saying is like the Filipino viewers out there. I'm pretty sure you found me because I hashtagged that I'm Filipino. Like I don't think like we know what it is. Like I'm just saying.
I as a white, I know the atrocities of my people, and I will highlight them.
Okay. So I guess these were my reparations because like I said, I just threw you a tiger. I threw you this shitty short blanket. And so now next morning happens. I remember this and I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Oh my, he's just staring at me.
Out with it.
So now like in the morning, I'm like, hey, like I kind of like kick him. And I'm just like, hey, I got to go to work. So like, you got to go. And he was like, what? Just, what do you mean you got to go? And I'm like, I got to go to work. She can't stay. You got to go. So I guess his girlfriend was coming. Was it Nikki?
Mm-hmm.
She was coming to come pick him up. And like, I just go, all right, well, just go chill by your car, I guess. And then I just scooted away on a skateboard.
Yep.
It was a little skateboard. I remember it was like this big. And I just scooted away and went to work on my skateboard.
And the next time I went to go hang out with my friends, oh, this Joker again. Great. Very hospitable.
So just so you guys know, that was not the start of our friendship. Like that was just the first time we met. The first time we met, that's how I treated him.
Yeah, the emoji with the completely flat slant eyes and mouth, the very unamused emoji. That was me with him at this time.
Yep. And
turned into an angry emoji there a couple times.
So the guys were doing something. I think they were playing Smash Brothers Melee, whatever the hell it is. What is that called?
Brawl? I would have been in on that. I think they were probably just like talking about bullshit that I didn't care
Zelda
about.
or something like that. I don't know. You guys are nerdy sometimes.
But we were the odd men out, so
yeah.
He asked me if I wanted to play Madden.
Yep. So we played some Madden.
You were the Ravens, I was the Bengals. You beat me, and you were bragging so much about how you were the top person. And then I think I lost a couple more times, and then I went on a tremendous run of beating ass, and then it just kind of became a competitive thing.
Yep, and it got very competitive to the point where I would take a lanyard out and just whip you with it. I would just beat you with a lanyard for no fucking reason.
A couple times a flip flop too.
Yep, I would just whip him. I don't know. I was a really piece of shit. I was a real asshole. Like I say that I'm a piece of shit now, and I look back and I'm like, damn, I was really bad. I was a bad person.
But yeah, that happened until one day he was doing it in a car, and I think he was behind me, and like, I don't know, I just fucking snapped. I had enough of it, and I fucking snatched it from him, and I lashed him over and over. I was like, don't fucking hit me again.
I don't think I whipped him with the lanyard for a very long time after that.
I think you were just waiting for me to do something about
That's
it. You're
usually-
like, all right, I'll move on now.
Actually, you know what's funny is like I say that I stopped being like that, and
No, you transition it into something else.
I transitioned it into roasting, and all I do is like roast people until I wait until you snap, and then I'll stop for a little bit and I'll do it again.
It's like, all right, you just had to say something.
Like I roast people constantly at work. Like that's all I do. From Bambi to Carlos. So my boy Carlos, shout out Carlos. I see you, bro. I know you're watching. Carlos and I we don't really roast each other. We kind of tag team and just roast other people. It's literally a back and forth thing constantly. And it's one of the best. Like I need to get it on film one day when we're just going in on people. So he made so Bambi, he's one of my sales guys, and he's dating a girl who looks very much like him. So we made the jokes. We kept making jokes about like they're related. This is long lost one because they share the same birthday also. Like the exact same birthday. And they live in the same area.
That's kind of convenient.
It is convenient. But when everyone is convinced that she looks like him. I made the first connection.
Wait, was it like same age too?
Yeah, they're the exact same age. Long lost twin.
So exactly.
That's exactly where we're going.
Exactly.
So it was around Christmas time and we had Secret Santa, and we're like, yo, next Secret Santa, we're getting Devin 23andMe. And I was like, oh, there's Ancestry.com. Like, this is the kind of jokes that we do. And it's so, like, he said that, and it's so quick with the follow-up thing that we just bounce off each other with the roasts. And we wait until you snap, and then we stop. We let you calm down. We give it a day. And then we hit you with another zinger. And it's a great time. But like that's my new lanyard. My new lanyard and my new flip-flop is trash talking.
But you have a built-in karma about you.
Oh, God, I do. It's instant karma. I get instant karma.
I remember one time we were hanging out at Sean's and you spotted a roach up on the wall. And
We're not there yet. We're not there yet.
We're not there yet.
We're not there yet. We're not there yet. We have so many stories, Chris. That's probably next. That's the next episode. That's the next episode.
It's all a jumble.
Yeah, I mean, where are we right now? I beat you with the lanyard. So
but did I die?
But you didn't die. You didn't die that time. I haven't tried to kill you yet. Not yet. We're getting there. So I remember. So that wasn't the start of our friendship. What started our friendship was Madden, and like it wasn't even like a friendship. It was just a competitive thing against each other. Like we constantly just wanted to play against each other to have that bragging title. It's never changed. We still play Madden, except
I don't ever get any bragging.
There's no bragging. You know why? Number 15, baby. Number 15.
I haven't been able to brag in Madden, NBA.
Well, you got
WWE. Yeah,
but it's fun. WWE's fun though. I will say that.
It doesn't.
So
count.
okay, now back to what really grew our friendship was a stupid TV show. And this is literally what started the actual friendship. Because I thought about I did a lot of thinking about this. But leading up to us recording this episode, I've done a lot of like really trying to dive into the memories here. And I remember the guys were doing something nerdy again, and I didn't want to partake. I just wanted to hang out with everybody though. And I had brought the Scrubs DVD because I had the series. I had one of the series. And
of course you did.
You had them too, motherfucker. You got them from Movie Stop. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Movie Stop was a good time. We're missing out now.
We spent a lot of time at Movie Stop. And if you guys don't know what Movie Stop is very similar to what GameStop is, where you can buy like used games and stuff. It's just used movies. And like you would get a brand new Blu-ray or regular DVD for like a tenth of the price.
And box sets too. Tons of box sets.
Like you go there for the TV shows. So I had bought all the Scrubs series and I was watching them because I loved the show.
Streaming wasn't what it is now.
Yeah,
Streaming killed it.
We're old. We're very old. I still have some of the series, by the way. They're downstairs.
Oh, I still have in the basement. I still have a ton of mine and like Chuck and all that. Fucking Smallville, dumb shit, House.
So I remember I just put in the DVD and Chris had just walked in and was like, "Oh, you like Scrubs too?" And I'm like, "Oh shit, yeah, I love Scrubs." And we just started watching and we would binge it. We would sit like that would be like the way Ellie and I sit for dinner every night and watch a TV show together. Me and you did that when we hung out. We would make sure it was a thing that we would watch Scrubs.
Well, yes, we like racially simpaticoed ourselves to it. It's like, brown guy, white guy.
They're best friends. One's bald, one's
One.
so sorry. Oh yeah, guys, I'm not bald no more. I got my hair's back. I decided to grow my hair back.
He's cured.
I decided to grow my hair back. We got the wedding coming up this year, so
Yeah, gotta look your best.
Figure if I do lose my hair, let's get some pictures with it still. But yeah, so we would watch Scrubs, and it's actually really funny. Like the Scrubs thing has gone throughout our entire friendship too. Like it's always played an integral role.
Ego.
Oh God, when we get to that story, the one time we actually did an eagle. Oh my God. Dude, I really like guys. There's so many stories. Like I had a torn ACL. He got me a girl that would sleep with me the moment I landed in Florida. He also jumped and straddled me with a bad ACL. We have stories about the homeless guy at movie
That
stop.
needs context.
That's what I'm saying. Like there's so many things. There's so many things, and if you don't. We got kicked out of a Chinese buffet. There were so many stories that have happened, and it's just I can't wait to get more episodes out with this because this is going to be the most fun. But the Scrubs thing is so funny because I even have you look right there. I have 2 Scrubs Funko Pops, only 2, Turk and JD, and that it's always been a thing. And then it transitioned into Chuck, and then it went into Dexter, and then it went into How I Met Your Mother. Mm-hmm. That was the final one that we were both we watched every fucking episode, sometimes twice. Like those are the ones I call him up dude, you watching the premiere?
Yeah. But Tony's the kind of guy that would actually try he has the Barney Stinson playbook. And we'll actually try to pull off one of the well, not these days.
It worked. One of them worked, and I can't remember which one it was, but I legit had the playbook, and I read through every one of them, and I'm like, none of these would ever work. Oh, context, right? If you guys have never seen How I Met Your Mother, there's a character named Barney Stinson. He is a
Neil Patrick Harris.
He was a playboy in the show. Womanizer wouldn't be okay to put on TV today, kind of thing.
Big Star Wars fan.
Huge Star Wars fan. And he had a book called The Playbook, and it was plays that he would run on girls to get some booty. And so they actually published this book. Like, it's a real thing. I went to the store, and I bought it immediately when I found out it was a real thing. And I read through every single play. Every single play was terrible. And I found one, and I was like, I think I could do this. I think this would actually work. And by God, it worked. And for that poor girl out there, honey, please, I hope you got better. I hope you I hope that was to fall for that. Come on.
You were character growth in her life.
I was definitely character growth. I'm so
you
sorry.
Were a teaching lesson.
I was such a piece of shit, and I've learned, and I'm so sorry to these stories are gonna make me look so bad. I'll probably get canceled, but I don't care. Oh shit.
Yeah, but the thing about canceling is a lot of the people pointing fingers are people that have also done dumb things and made mistakes in their life, but they won't come out and boldly admit them and say, hey, I'm making light of that now because I'm a different person then, and it's kind of comical to see how much I've grown. So just for the cancel culture vultures, y'all are clowns.
So
someone is specifically saying, I have grown, and you want to highlight on, but you were a piece of shit.
Yes, I was a piece of shit. And so Scrubs, Dexter, How I Met Your Mother. So, I mean, where do we go now? What is one of the earlier? I think it is the flip flop episode.
I think know. The cockroach. There's the cockroach. There's the mall.
The mall. Oh my God. So guys, I don't know. I don't know what came over me. I remember how I said I was an idiot. I mean, I was a 20-year-old boy in Florida. I had a strong New York accent, and girls loved it for some reason. So I was like, I'm gonna milk it. I was stupid. I know. And for whatever reason, we were going to a Chic Fil A down in Florida, and there was a mall across the street from this Chick Fil A, and that's a very important thing for me to say. So we pull up to the drive-thru, and I make my order, and I see the girl hand me, I hand her my card, and I'm like, I look at him after the window closed, and I'm like, yo, she's mad cute, and he's like, dude, you should go say something, and I'm like, dude, what the fuck am I gonna say? He goes, I don't know. I'm like, fuck. So she gives me back my card, she hands me my food, and I'm like, hey, girl, you pretty. You should be working at the mall. And I just slowly pulled away.
It doesn't get any better with age.
And I don't know why that was my line. Girl, you pretty.
You should be working in a dying industry.
You should be working at the mall. Like, mall employees are just hotter than fucking fast food employees. Like, I don't know why I said that. Like, I've met plenty of pretty women that pretty people that work in the fast food industry. Like, what the fuck was I thinking? I don't know. I've always wondered, like, what went on in her head after that.
I wonder if she ever to this day thinks about, she's like, what the fuck was that guy talking about? What does that even mean?
No, it probably went in one ear out the other and never thought about it.
What if that changed the course of her life? What if she
was
applying for a job, and then the job, she was looking to see where it was located. It was located within a mall, and she's like, I don't know, that creepy guy.
The butterfly effect of that moment, I would love to know.
What if she died in a mall shooting?
One can't say that, Chris. You can't do that. There's rules to this.
What?
I have to bleep that.
I didn't say she did.
Yeah, no,
allegedly.
There's certain words that you can't say. It goes against community guidelines.
Really?
Yes.
You can't. Well, what if you're having a conversation about those?
You have to word it politically, and I don't want to get into that.
Well, I hope she didn't. Bless her heart. I hope today she owns a Chick Fil A.
Imagine if she did. Like, again, I would really love to know the butterfly effect of that. And then, so you know what? Fuck you. Fuck you, okay? You want to bring up an embarrassing story of me picking up a girl?
Oh, yeah.
Let's pick up an embarrassing story. Yeah,
let's
Taco Bell incident. Now, the best part is, guys, is that all these stories, we constantly bring them up against each other in arguments. And it's the funniest thing. So this story, I forgot what it was. We were playing, he was crashing at my house. We were playing video games. Like, it was a 3-day binger of video games, Cheetos, Mountain Dew, college boys being college boys.
I was not in college.
I was in college, but I was not going to college. Like, the worst part was like the rec center was right before you got to the campus. So like I would just pull off from the rec center and never step foot on the campus.
Wow.
Like, wow. And the worst part is like every class that I did show up to, aced it. I was just, little did I know I had ADHD.
They should not have given you Pell Grant.
Should have not given me. I had a scholarship. I had a full ride scholarship. Full scholarship. And I blew that away. Academic scholarship. I was smart. I'm still smart. I'm just an idiot at the same time.
I've been to college twice, and outrageous circumstances took me out of them. The first one, after the first semester, I got hit by a fucking car.
Oh, no. You're not getting sympathy, motherfucker. Before
the second one, COVID killed it. And that was a scholarship. I worked 2 years at another job to earn.
Yeah, you're not getting sympathy here for your Taco Bell story. You're trying to get the people feeling like, oh,
Three times, actually. There was also dental assisting. 4 days into the program, they were like, oh, hey, actually, we fucked up. You actually didn't qualify. So you're going to have to pay $5,000 to stay in the class. So 3 times I've been taken out of school. That's not my path.
So to Taco Bell. Now you got the people feeling bad. Oh, like they're all at home going
the violence.
They're all going at home. Oh, Chris. Now I'm going to try to make fun of you, and they're going to be like, "Don't make fun of him." As he drinks from a wine glass in a chalice.
It's actually juice. It's ocean spray, cran pomegranate, if you will.
In a chalice.
and a chalice.
I like it. So Taco Bell. So we had. He goes, fuck. So we spent like 3 days playing video games, just being degenerates, right? And we're like, all right, let's go get some food. I'm hungry. So we go to Taco Bell. Now, Chris was wearing like my basketball. I give him a pair of basketball shorts.
Very loose on me.
No drawstring in it. And a LeBron James double XL jersey. I have to paint the picture.
Look like a fucking idiot.
I have to paint the picture of this, right? So we go
like 2009,
2010. No, 2000.
I met you in 09. That was the early stages.
I thought I
early
met you.
09.
No, I thought I met you. Yeah, January of 09. Yeah, because I met you on like was it Valentine's Day?
I think it was February.
The day after Valentine's Day, February 15th. Because I remember your court date was like 3 months after that. February 15th. It was the day after Valentine's Day. I remember it clear as fucking day.
Joy.
I'm so sorry. Oh, I don't know why I Rain Man that shit.
It's always the weirdest things.
Fucking, oh my God. So Mimisiku. So we so like I said, he's wearing my clothes, and so we go into Taco Bell, and this is back when Taco Bell had that little game that you can spin and win a free taco.
Oh, I was a monster.
Like you had to get it to the very bottom.
I always got a free burrito.
So we order our food. He gets his free burrito. You won that night too.
I always. That's why you don't see them anymore. I put them out of business with those. They're like, we're losing too much money. It's always this guy when we get the video footage. It's always him. There's a little maneuver. If you don't turn it so much, you rattle it, and then it gently falls down to the next level.
Yeah,
then you scoot it, and then you rattle it.
World hunger would have been solved if you just told the world how to figure that. Oh my God. So, and we were always broke motherfuckers too. So like we always had to fucking try to find ways to get free food or discounted chicken. These are all keywords for the next episode. So now we order our food, and he sees, like he's looking in the back as we're waiting for our food. And he's like, yo, that girl in the back's mad cute. And I'm like, bro, shoot your shot. What are you gonna do? You gonna holler at her. And he's like, well, I look at me, I look like an idiot. And I'm like, yeah, I do.
Good self-awareness, though.
Good self-awareness. So on your feet, what did you do, Chris? Tell them what you did. Because we're gonna follow through.
So she was not the girl at the counter, so I couldn't just explain away, hey, look, I've been crashing at my buddy's house, so I look kind of like an idiot right now. Like, you know what, kind of rizz it a little bit, like I couldn't do any of that. Instead, what I had to do was solely place all my trust on the fuckface teenager in front of me taking my order. So I wrote down my number and asked him to give it to her. Did he?
Spoiler alert. He didn't. He did not give it to the girl.
No.
So,
he had an amusing night. He was waiting for me.
It wasn't the night. It was the next day. It was during the day. I wasn't
overzealous. You probably told me to chill.
It was during the day. It was because they called you during the day because you crashed again that night.
Or I think I texted and then I didn't hear back until the next day. Yeah.
No, because you didn't really text because texting still cost like 10 cents back then. You still had to pay for text. You had to pay for text messages back then. You had to wait till after 9 o'clock for your shit to be free.
You're old.
We are so old. So the next day we wake up and we're just chilling in my room. We're playing video games or fucking around, just doing something, whatever the fuck it was. We were watching Scrubs because I had to pause the show, or it was one of the shows, Dexter or some shit. And as I remember, I had to pause it, and you had a call. What happened on that call, Chris?
Get
right into it. I'm so excited. I'm like leaning into the microphone. I'm so excited for this.
I thought, my God, it just didn't even. It didn't even fucking register me. So
can we role play this? Can we role play this? Can we?
Yes. Would you like to call me?
Ring ring.
Hello.
Hi. I can't even do it. I can't keep a straight face. I can't keep a straight face doing it.
So I think it's this girl, and she says that like
It's the girl from Taco Bell.
She's got a cold or whatever, and the guy gave her my number and all this, and I was like, is everything okay? You sound you sound a little funny, and she's like, oh yeah, I've just got a cold right now. I'm like, oh, okay. And my dump, because my brain wasn't working, my penis was. My penis was telling me, hey, it's okay. She's just got a cold. She's super interested in you, and there's no way that this is the fucking 16-year-old fuckface that you gave the number to and asked to give to the girl who he's probably smashing, actually.
Yep. So Chris is on the phone with them for probably 3 to 4 minutes. Like, it wasn't just a quick 5-second call, like a 10-second prank phone call. They led him on for about a good 3 minutes. And at one point, he said something like questioning the voice or questioning the girl, and they just started laughing. And then you just see him,
just the face of like, oh my God. Just the realization. It's like, I'm a complete dumb fuck.
Yep. And then
because it was a room of people.
He did it. He got embarrassed. He was pranked in front of.
I've never been got again. I got pretty good when I worked at the sex store one time. Pretty good. That was probably the best prank call I've ever had in my life. But
so they Chris just sits there with his face, and he hangs up, and they call back again, trying to fuck with him more. And he's like, then you're embarrassed. You're just be like, shut the fuck up. Fuck you. You're a bitch. And then you just hung up on him. So now I'm like, now you look, I see the defeat in my friend's face. My best friend. I see that he has just been gotten. And I'm like, well, I can't go beat him up. I don't know where they are. Like, we can't go fight them. Because that would be cool. Like, we can go, but then, like, we're adults, so like we're going to jail, so we can't do that. So it's like, all right, how do I get them back? So we went online and we found a thing that we called the number, and it would call their number for us, because the idiot didn't block his phone number, by the way, and it masked your phone call to whatever you wanted it to say as a caller ID and a phone number.
Yeah. Whatever you want to show up on the caller ID is what will show up. If you call from a specific number, you fake call, and this number shows up in this name, and they redial it, it will call the actual business if you're fronting from a business. It was genius. It probably doesn't exist.
Oh, it still exists, but you got to pay for it now. It wasn't. That was free back then. And so what I did was I looked up a local Chinese restaurant, and it was China One, and something came over me that day, and that was the birth of. I channeled my grandmother. Like, I legitimately
your Lola,
my Lola. So it's the first time you're ever watching the show. I'm half Asian. I'm 49% Filipino. My grandmother's from the Philippines. I'm the firstborn in America. So like, I'm not being like super obnoxious and rude about this. This is how my grandmother sounds. So when we called them and they answered, I said, "Hello, this China One." And they were confused, and I kept messing with them, and they kept hanging up, and I would just keep calling back, and I would just keep calling. I think I called like 15 times, and at some point, I heard an adult's voice, a grown man. Now, you know what's weird, Chris? Thinking about this now, we're the grown men. We are the adults now.
I'm not ashamed of it. You told him he ordered egg rolls in his asshole.
No, I'm just saying. I'm saying. Hold on, we'll get to that part. But I'm just saying, in general, just think about that. Like, the gentleman that we spoke to, that's us now. Like, we're the adults. I pretty much drink an adult Capri Sun. I saw this on TikTok, but that's pretty funny. But think about it, bro. We're the adults. Like, when little kids go like, "That's a grown up." That's us. We're grown ups, and it's gross.
No one is pointing at me and saying that's a grown up.
He said nobody's pointing at me and saying that's a grown
Maybe that's an interesting guy.
You know what? That is an interesting guy.
Or, wow, that guy has no filter.
That guy's head's very shiny.
Kind of looks like One Punch Man.
If Johnny Depp was bald. You have the scraggly beard. That's why. I had to double hit you there. The bald head and scraggly beard. Little John beard, as we used to call it.
I don't know if I like that. Because is this like iconic Johnny Depp, or is this like 50-something-year-old Johnny Depp who's like,
I don't know how to respond with this without sounding extremely rude. So I'm not gonna say it. Like mid Amber Heard. That's a good.
like
he's
Jack Sparrow?
like he's not completely at the bottom of his fucking roads. But he's not like at the top. He's not like, like Nightmare on Elm Street Johnny.
Is it Jack Sparrow or is it more like Grindelwald?
Like I don't know a role in between, but it's like
I don't like that.
like I said, I don't know how to say this without being completely fucked up, but like kind of like when he was peak on drugs.
So Edward Norton.
Edward Norton. Oh my god, where was I going with? We were talking about a story. Oh, Taco Bell.
Oh yeah.
So I go, this is China One, and I start going in with this accent, and the guy. So the father calls me, or the father picks up the phone now. Why the fuck are you calling my phone? Blah 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 blah. And I never went I feel like I deserved an Academy Award for this because I pulled this off, and I don't know how I did. And I told him that his children had ordered $200 worth of Chinese food, and then for pickup, and then called and canceled the order when we told them it was ready. And like what am I supposed to do? Like I was like, sir, I'm going to lose my job. My boss is going to kill me. And that's what I was saying. And I'm not trying to throw you on the bus, but I was like, my manager's going to kill me. And for whatever reason, I throw the phone at Chris. I don't know why. Because I was so into the role, I was starting to lose it, and I had to throw the phone away. So I gave it to him, and he just somehow did
Your son brings great shame upon our family restaurant. He not pay. You know, understand. We here to make money. We make the food, he no pay. What we do with the food, where the money?
So he does that spiel. I just snatched the phone back from him. Because now I'm like, one, he shouldn't be able to do that, but I'm allowing it. Because he sounded like Haku from Samurai Jack. Samurai Jack. It's so true. You sound like Haku.
I don't care. Whatever.
So
It's a multicultural restaurant.
hey, listen. At least you didn't play Goku in a live action movie. I feel like that's cultural appropriation.
That set white culture back 50 years.
Oh God, yes. And this man believed us. Believed it so wholeheartedly. He gave us his credit card information. I didn't write it down, but I just pretended like I did. And that the best part was like, sir, I don't know. My manager gonna go crazy. I was just like, he's gonna go crazy. And he gave us the credit card number, and he's just like, I am so sorry. Blah, blah, blah. He's okay, but you have to teach your son something. And I just remember hearing a door kick open. You little son of a, and the phone cut out, and me and Chris were just like, and I'm pretty sure I hope that kid never made another prank phone call in his life.
Yeah, I got embarrassed, but it was way worse for him, so I'm kind of glad it happened.
I don't know if he got
Two wrongs don't make a right, but I don't know. It kind of does.
That vengeance felt. We felt like we were Batman and Robin. Like that was the start. I think that was the start of best friendship, because like I had your back that moment. Like, and I think that's a good way to end the episode. A nice little wholesome way of I treated you like shit, but I got your back.
Yeah, you
That was I think
still do.
Still do. And I think that was the birth of best friendship. That's where like everything kind of spiraled from there. Because the only way it could just
Spiral.
That's the only way to
Tumultuously.
describe it. Terribly. Like that is like that's not a good spiral.
Like falling down the stairs.
Twice.
Yeah, a couple weeks ago at work. It was very icy. I was in an office building. They were like polished wood steps.
Okay,
There's no railing.
I don't understand.
I fell so hard.
You're the only person I know to fall down flights of stairs twice in less than 3 months.
And I don't think I ever have in my life.
But now that is something that's going to haunt you with me forever because I didn't even witness both of them. I just know about them.
Well, the first one you heard. Oh my God, I was fucking bruised up. I had to go live like a full-on week vacation through that.
No, the car ride back, you were still bruised. I can't wait till we get to Tennessee. Tennessee will be the season finale. That'll be the entire season 3 finale is us breaking down Tennessee because we have videos of all the shit a lot of the shit we did too. And I'll be able to edit and post all these things.
Do you have any of the bear?
Yes.
Because I got kind of shitty ones because my phone's shit. But
somebody took a video of the bear and it was like my car is in it. Like my you can see my car. And so it's a good depiction of the size of that bear.
I pet that sneaky fucker.
So did Ellie.
I scratched his back. I scratched his back. He was coming out from under the deck.
Hey. Tennessee season finale. We'll make there's gonna be somewhere, and I apologize for the ADD scatteredness of all this. The next time we do this episode,
Yeah, that's me.
the next episode, we'll write down like our topics so we can try to stay on track. But we did cover a lot of good time with some great stories. But
Yes,
the real
did.
question is, but did you die though in any of those scenarios? You didn't die from lanyard.
No.
You didn't die from embarrassment. You almost died from embarrassment.
Nah, because it worked out in the end. Someone's life got ruined potentially.
And the best part was that became my alter ego. That was my gamer tag. That was China One was everything. That I didn't know who I was
you
without.
channel it so well too. It just rolls.
It's like sometimes like some people get like they channel their inner sass, and they get like super sassy. I channel my inner Asian. The ancestors take over me.
Oh man.
And like I said, guys, this is how my grandmother sounds. For years, again, if you've never watched an episode before, ever heard me talk about my family, for years, I have heard, Anthony, you going to go back to college? You're not go back to college? How about you date a nice Filipino girl? She's a nurse. For years, that's what I heard from my whole family. And all them accents and dialects, we all start to know each other. And Joe Coy said it best. You have to make sure if you do the accents, you have to do them right. That's why I only do certain ones. They're proper. I can't do Vietnamese. They talk too fast. You're going to have to talk to, and it's so fast. It's fast and then low and then fast and low. I can't do it.
Whatever word is what in their language, I bet that gets thrown around a lot because
they talk so fast, bro.
And it's like who hears that and just gets all of that? Well, I couldn't do it. I constantly think, what if I was born in a different country? What if my brain was just too dumb?
Chris sits here. I'm assuming Chris sits at times and wonders. I wonder what it'd be like if I wasn't white. You know how many times I wonder, and I'm like, I wonder what my life would be like if I was fully white and not just half white. I always wonder because I don't look white. I have white features, but I'm brown. I'm naturally tan all the time. Brown eyes,
it's because
black hair.
Italians are a tan people.
Yeah, but
typically,
I definitely like in the summer, dude. You see me get like as dark as I get. Like I don't look.
Yes, like you go straight to
like I go Middle Eastern.
Mexican, Middle Eastern. Like
it's that dark. I'm definitely very, very dark skinned. This is why I don't go in the sun anymore. I try to hide.
Like you get to like a soccer day Brazil like stage.
Yep. Ronaldo. I'm like a Ronaldo because like you've seen him tan. Like when that man get dark, but naturally he's like olive.
Really boost yourself up high there.
I'm trying. All right. Listen, I've been feeling myself with my new haircut, my beard, and everything. I feel like a new man again. Felt ugly for like 2 weeks growing my hair out.
Well, I'm bald, so I feel like a new mannequin.
On that note, guys, we are going to end the episode. That was a fun time. So if you guys did sit through this entire hour episode and enjoy it, please tune in again. I appreciate you guys, and tune in to next week. I don't know what episode's going to be next week. We might have...
I don't know either.
Oh, there might be a little Ellie sighting. Ellie the Witch might be back. We'll see. Possibly.
Ellie's a good time.
Possibly. If not, me, Nick, and Chris will always be here. Copper will be back soon. I promise. Copper will be back soon. He's at drill. I know we got the Super Bowl coming up next week. That's why I'm wearing my Chiefs. Let's go Chiefs. I know we got a couple episodes in the hole because I know we're not going to record next week just because of the Super Bowl. My team's playing. We're going to win. And with that, we're going to have to figure it out because Copper's a hard guy to wrangle, Is that in there? Little Wrangler jeans. Gotcha, Copper. Yes, keep a lookout for the molded hands of Copper. Nick and I are trying to work on that. And we're going to start going live soon. We're going to start doing some lives. I'm going to start doing some fun stuff, whether we're home, do some karaoke while we're at home. Maybe I'll be gaming. Maybe we'll put a camera on me and Ellie and we'll watch a movie together. And you'll listen to us review it and make our stupid comments and joke around and do stupid stuff and just hang out with us while we watch a movie. Or maybe you watch me beat the shit out of Chris in Madden. There's always that. It's a good show. And but yeah, guys, thank you all for tuning in. Chris, say your goodbyes.
It's a good time. I love relishing in my shame. It's always good callbacks. Times when I was dumber. I like to think I don't make the same mistake twice. I just find new and creative ways to fuck shit up.
Yes, and we'll get into that later episodes. How you became next time on But Did You Die? How did Chris become the founder of the I'm Fucked Foundation?
It's a culmination of many things.
All right, guys, I'm Zaga, and I am out. Peace.